Did you take the plant life cycle or animal life cycle or water cycle? Did you take this in grade 3? أيوة.
No, no,
ما
no,
بتعرفوا؟
teacher.
طيب, what is the meaning of cycle? First, I want you to know what is the meaning of cycle. طيب, listen to me, please. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. أهلا عمر. Good morning. هسه بلشنا فكرة. A
Teacher, I
cycle,
know cycle, but I forget it.
a cycle is something that made up of events, things that repeat themselves, that happens and repeat. طيب. الآن, please just listen. I will explain everything. Look, as you know that there are 3 types of rocks: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Okay, we have, or rocks are divided into 3 types: igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. Any one of these rocks, okay, can change to another type. Any type of the rocks can change to another type. This is called the rock cycle. For example, igneous rocks over time can change to sedimentary. Sedimentary rocks can change to metamorphic. The same thing, metamorphic can change to sedimentary. Sedimentary can change to igneous, and so on. This is called rock cycle. Look at here. As you know, igneous, sedimentary. شباب اللي اجوا متاخرين احنا صفحه 178. The title of our class today, or our lesson, is the rock cycle. The rock cycle. Look, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock are formed in different ways. As you know that igneous rocks form igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. All of these rocks formed in different ways. For example, igneous rocks form when magma and lava cools. Sedimentary rocks sedimentary rocks form from sediments or the particles. When these particles stuck together, they form sedimentary rocks. Metamorphic rocks forms when one type of rocks, for example, put under heat and pressure, it is changed to metamorphic rock. Type. Over millions, look, over millions of years, very long time, these rocks continually, what is the meaning of continually? Yani always change from one form, one type to another type of the rock. This process is called the rock cycle. Now, the diagram shows below one possible path rocks can take through the rock cycle. Yani in the following diagram will explain for us how this happens. Please listen to me. Let's start here. Look. Now the hot magma cools. The hot magma cools. What type of rock is formed when magma cools? Yalla, who can tell me? What should we write here?
Where, teacher?
Yalla.
Rock. What was the question?
The hot magma cools. Look at the arrow. When the hot magma cools, what type of rock that is formed here? What should we write in this box? يلا محمد تفضل. You should know.
أستاذ.
ايوه محمد. igneous rock. ليش ما عرفت؟ احنا حكينا الاigneous rock formed from the when magma or lava.
I said it.
I said it.
طب ما سمعت آسف ما سمعت. يلا write igneous. Write,
Can I?
please write igneous rock in the box.
Okay, but can I go get my pencil?
Okay. So here, write igneous rock.
I've got a question. Is there something important about rocks?
Is there what?
Is there something important about rocks?
Is there something important, you mean?
Yeah, about rocks.
يعني, do you mean that is rock or are rocks important in our life?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's something important.
Yes, of course, because it's a natural resource. Yeah, but we don't need them for يعني, to stay alive, but they are important. Yes, because they are natural resources. But yes, we don't depend on rocks to survive. They are not like water, for example. But some types of rocks are important, more important or valuable. طيب. Now look at the rock cycle again. خلاص أنا كتبته هون igneous rock. طيب. Okay.
Yes.
Look at the arrow. Now then.
أستاذ أنا أعرف.
Wait شوي محمد مش أنا بدي بس. Look. After weather, for example, such as rain, when the rock, this igneous rock here, this igneous rock is put under the rain, it can change the rocks into bits of rock. يعني the rock broken. This igneous rock can be broken because of the weather conditions, because there a lot of rain. This happens over a long period of time. طيب. Then, what happens then? The rock particles can be moved and settle in new places. Then the particles combine together to form what type of rock? What? استنى شوي محمد.
Sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock.
طيب, thank you عمر. Thank you محمد. شكرا. Thank you عمر. طيب.
كنت بدي أحكي sedimentary.
يلا here write sedimentary. Thank you all. Thank you all. Here you should write sedimentary rock as you see in the diagram. Over a long period of time, the igneous rock changed to sedimentary rock. The igneous rock changed to sedimentary rock. طيب. And then
أستاذ هذا أنا بعد راح أحكيها.
ماشي خلاص أنت راح تجاوب بس استنى شوي. Heat and pressure. Heat and pressure, okay. Change the rock to what? أيوة محمد.
Metamorphic.
Yes, to metamorphic. Right here, metamorphic. And the cycle repeats. Look, then what happens? The cycle repeats itself again. This metamorphic rock, okay, look,
Wait, teacher.
عشان أنا عندي the metamorphic rock here, look, this metamorphic rock melts and forms magma. The magma, the magma is hot liquid water, as you know. The hot magma cools and form the igneous rock, and so on. طلعوا, please. This diagram اطلعوا عليه بالكتاب عندكم. ما تطلعوا عليه هون عشان هو بيكون اوضح عندكم. انا بيكون كل صفحه لحال. بدي I want to repeat the cycle again. Look, the cycle we can start it here from here. مين بيسأل؟ فرات؟ طب تفضلي احكي.
This question.
Which one؟
Yes.
طيب راح
We
نحكي
will solve it.
راح نحكي عنه. استنى. Thank you. راح نحكي عنه. Wait. I want to show you what is the meaning of the rock cycle again. Look, any type of rock, igneous, okay, igneous or sedimentary, okay, any type of rocks, igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic, okay, okay, any type of rock can change to another type as we layered now. For example, the igneous rock can change to sedimentary, the sedimentary can change to metamorphic, and also the sedimentary can change to igneous. The metamorphic can change to sedimentary. The metamorphic can change to igneous, and the igneous can change to metamorphic. This is called the rock cycle. But of course, this happens over very long time, millions or thousands of years. طيب, this is simply the meaning of rock cycle. Okay, so the rock cycle that over millions of years, these rocks, we mean by these rocks, igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary, continually, always change from one type to another type. Okay, so يعني over millions of years, any type of rock can change to another type, as we shown here in this diagram. For example, when the igneous rock can change to sedimentary because of the weather conditions. The weather conditions can change the rock, break it down into pits or sediments. These sediments can stack together to form sedimentary rocks, as you see. Then heat and pressure can change this sedimentary rock to metamorphic, and also this metamorphic rock, the metamorphic rock here can melt and form magma. The magma can cool and form igneous rock, and the cycle repeats. طيب, do you have any comment? طيب ملك ايش بدك؟
Sure.
تفضلي. احكي يا ملك، تفضلي. انا مش عامله ميوت لحدا.
Teacher,
ايوه.
I didn't understand like this page.
Okay, don't worry. As I will repeat this. مين كمان؟ هادي ايش بدك؟ اللي مالك خلص put your hands down. يلا تفضلي هادية.
Teacher, what is the meaning of diagram?
diagram يعني زي لوحة أو زي مخطط. diagram بالضبط معناه مخطط. هذا اسمه يا هادية diagram. شايفيته اللي عندك بالكتاب؟ هذا بيحكوا له diagram، مخطط. واضح؟ طيب عمر.
أستاذ.
أيوة.
Please sure.
Which one؟
هاي عند sedimentary heat and pressure. شو يعني pressure؟
وين الكلمة؟ مش heat and ايش؟ pressure. heat and pressure. ضغط يعني لما الضغط المقصود فيه كيف احكي لك لما ايش بنضغط pressure معناها ضغط. طيب وين هاي الكلمة هي؟ هون صح؟ هي صح هي هادية. الضغط حرارة هي هيت حرارة وبريشر ضغط بيخلوا الصخر يتحول بريشر تنضغط يعني. طيب في شيء ثاني؟
No.
طيب عمر.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, of course. لا now صوتك راح الآن ارجع خليك لا ترجع لورا احكي.
I have to speak on the speaker. So be straight with me. So basically a cycle, it is something that happens and it repeats over and over again. So
Excellent.
For example,
Yes, excellent. That's right.
the rock melts and forms magma. Magma is hot liquid rock. The magma cools, it forms igneous rock. And weather such as rain and
Yes.
weather such as rain can change rocks into bits of rock. The rock particles can be moved, settle into new places. What does that mean?
The rock particles can be moved and settle in new places. Yes. Good
What
question.
does that mean?
Look here. When for example, the rock is طيب. When the rock is broken by the rain and weather. Look, inshallah, in the next lesson, in the last lesson, lesson 4 in this unit, we are going to talk something called weathering. Something called weathering. What is the meaning of weathering? Weathering means when the rocks are broken. You may wonder if rocks that are very solid and solitary, rocks are very solid and very hard. Can rocks be broken? Yes, they can be broken by weather conditions, by rain, by wind, even by snow. Okay, these factors, the weather factors, these factors, I mean by rain, wind, snow, can break down the rocks into fine particles called sediments. Okay, to fine particles called sediments. But this process takes a very long period of time, millions or thousands of years. When the rock are broken into smaller particles or fine particles, because these fine particles are smaller, very small and very light. So the air or wind and flowing water can carry them from place to place. This is called erosion. And we will take this inshallah. Again,
Settle mean.
get it, Omar? Get it now? Look.
But what does the settle mean?
What is?
I get it. What does the settle mean?
Which word? Settle?
Yeah, like it move and settle, like how it's just gonna like move it and then settle. Just like it's gonna
when you carry, for example, when you carry your book or your bag from one place and you put it in another place, the same thing happens to the rock particles or to the sediments. The rock particles or sediments can be moved from one place to another. They can be moved from place to not by, they don't carry themselves. They can move from one place to another by wind, by water, but it's mainly by wind. This is called erosion. Now, the particles then combine together. If they are, for example, subjected to stuck together to form another type of rocks called sedimentary. Again, خليني أرجع أشرح لك إياه. Look here, starting from here. Weather. What do we mean by weather here? Weather means such as rain, not only rain, snow, rain, snow, even wind. All of these factors can change the rock or break it into rocks. This is called weathering from the word weather. راح نحكي عن weathering الحصة الجاية. يعني look here please. As you see, the rock is something hard like this and big. Over a long period of time, millions or thousands of years, when the rock is put under rain, wind, snow, freezing and melting and so on, what happens to the rock after a long period of time? It becomes weak and it starts to break down into pieces. The rock starts to break down into pieces like this. Okay? The pieces are also break down into smaller and smaller bits until we have sediments, until this rock, big rock becomes sediments, fine particles. This process is called weathering. Why it is called weathering? Because it happens as a result of weather conditions like rain, snow, and so on. When the rock change to small particles or sediments, these sediments can be easily moved, can be easily carried by wind. When these sediments carried from one place to another, it is called erosion. Okay? Now, what happens to these sediments or particles after a long period of time? They stick together and form sedimentary rocks. طيب شباب وضحت هاي الفكرة؟ راح نحكي عنها إن شاء الله. الإيروجن والويذرينج راح نحكي عنه. محمد ناصر, do you have any question?
Yes, teacher, I don't understand page 187 and 197.
Just like 78 and 79, the rock cycle. Okay, don't worry. Okay.
Teacher, can you repeat the that you talk about in the the first of the page, that over millions of years that these rocks continually change from one type to another type of rock.
Yes, okay. عمر, طيب راح أعيد. عمر إيش بدك؟ خلاص كملت؟ Is it okay?
Can you go back to the page real quick?
Page 178?
Yes.
طيب استنى شوي, wait a minute. طيب ماشي, راح أرجع يلا, بس I'm sorry كنت مشغول بشغلة. خلينا نروح على الكتاب. طيب again.
So.
طيب this page. يلا عمر تفضل احكي ايش بدك.
You just like can you how do I nothing, never mind. I think I forgot what I was gonna ask.
ايش بدك اسأل.
I think I forgot.
Forget. طيب. Okay. this page is talking about the rock cycle. The rock cycle. What is the meaning of cycle? First, you have to understand that cycle, something that happens and repeat again and again. طيب. To understand what is the meaning of cycle, before talking about a rock cycle, I want to tell you about the plant life cycle. Plants, for example, okay, plants life cycle. The plant's life cycle starts from a seed. A plant starts from a seed. شو يعني seed؟ يعني بذرة، بتكون حبة صغيرة، بذرة. شو بصير بعدين لها؟ germination. germination يعني انها بتصير نبتة صغيرة، بتطلع. عمركم شفتوا لما بتزرع شغلة بتطلع هيك، بتصير صغيرة هيك زي كيف البيبي؟ طيب بعدين هاي السيد لما germination بتصير بتكبر، بتصير mature plant. اوكي؟ تصير نبتة كبيرة. بعدين هاي الماتشور بلانت بتتكاثر وبتعطينا كمان مرة سيد. طيب هاي اسمها plant life cycle. As you see, it is many things or things that repeat again and again. طيب the same thing for humans. There is human life cycle. As you know, you start from you begin your life as a baby, then you become a child, okay, then you become a mature man or يعني تكبر وتصير إنسان ناضج. اوكي طيب بعدين يعني بعد عمر طويل الله يطول عمركم بتموتوا، يعني بموت الإنسان، ماشي، ترجع خلينا نحكي زي هيك. هاي اسمها cycle. The same thing for animal. Animal start from بسموه خلينا نحكي baby، ماشي. The same thing for animals. بعدين بصير young. اوكي بعدين بصير mature animal. اوكي and so on. The same thing happens يعني the cycle, the rock cycle, something like that. Yes, rocks are not living things, but they have a cycle. What do you mean by the rock's life cycle? That any type of rock, either it is igneous, okay, or sedimentary, okay, or metamorphic, any type of rock can change to another type. But this process takes a very long time. It takes millions of years. Right. Look here, please. Over millions of years, these rocks, igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary, continually, always change from one type to another type of rock. This process is called the rock cycle. Is it clear now? بدك تحكي شيء ارام؟ تفضلي.
It's clear.
طيب لانا.
Yes.
It's clear.
طيب انا بدي اخلص الحصه، ماشي؟ ان شاء الله بنكمل بعدين. دونت وري.
أستاذ بقول لك شيء سريع.
نعم تفضل يا جواد.
ثلجت امبارح عندكم؟
لا ما في ثلج.
لا أنا عندي ثلجت.
أنت وين ساكن؟ وين ساكن عفوا؟
في منطقة الرهبات آخر أربد.
ما بعرف، مرات المنطقة هاي مرتفعة شوي. دائما الاليفيشن، الارتفاع، بحكي لكم شغلة ولو انه خارج الموضوع، المناطق اللي بتكون اعلى هي بتكون فرصة الثلج فيها اكثر. بس اربد اغلب اربد مرتفع عن البحر 600 متر او 650 متر او 600 متر عن سطح البحر. هذا مش كثير ارتفاع. كل ما كانت المنطقة في الجبال دائما.
تعرف انه امبارح صار في منخفاض، امبارح بحوارة صار في منخفاض.
بس ما اتوقعش في فوار ثلوج.
استاذ الثلج ينزل، مش هذا الثلج بالفريزر ينزل والمية
أستاذ.
أستاذ، فجأة يوقف المي بعدها يرجع أكثر، يوقف
أها.
أكثر.
اجى مطر كثير كمان. تفضل محمد ناصر، تفضل.
أنت حكيت لي
ايش يا محمد؟ تفضل.
أنت حكيت لي بدك تعيد لي الدرس.
طيب راح اعيده ان شاء الله يوم الاحد ان شاء الله. خلاص. بعدين انا هسأل شوي.
want to end the class.
نعم. طيب هو بس انه this lesson، هذا الدرس اليوم you have to know that rocks can change from one type to another. This is called rock cycle. بس هذا هو الدرس. طيب goodbye. See you ان شاء الله.
باي تيشر.
Goodbye.
باي.
Goodbye. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice weekend.
باي.
يلا.
باي تيشر.
يلا. Goodbye. See you ان شاء الله.
باي.
Bye. السلام عليكم.
باي.
يلا. السلام عليكم.
باي. باي.